Is there a better alternative to Old Weller Antique 107? Stick around to find out. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Austin. Today I'm doing a blind of Old Weller Antique and Bardstown Bourbon Company High Wheat to see if it is a good or best alternative to OWA, or if it's even better than OWA. I have my buddy RJ here. He's gonna be joining me here in a second. We're gonna be running these two blind in a second here to see which one we prefer, or if there's even a comparison between the two. They're both about 107 proof. Bardstown Bourbon Company High Wheat is 106 proof, I believe, and OWA is obviously 107 proof. So we're gonna see if this is a comparable wheater to go against OWA, which is one of my favorites. So I'll be right back with RJ and we will kick this blind off. Okay, back with RJ. I already told you guys what we are going to be blinding. Please like, comment, subscribe if you have not done that. RJ and I are on a tear right now for video recordings.
Not a binge, a tear.
Yeah. So we're going to try and make this one quick because we have one more. That one's going to be a big one. It's a lot of recording in one day, but I've been slacking, so I'm trying to catch up here. Dude, do you see this?
Well, where was that from?
I fell through my brother-in-law's roof.
Jeez.
Trying to help him with his roof today.
Oh man.
I fell through the roof today, and
he owes you some whiskey. I'll tell you that right now.
I've got plenty. Okay, so we're gonna jump into it. So let's start with A.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting. So obviously I know what we are drinking because I set the blind up. I'm getting...
It's almost a funk. Like a Rickhouse funk. There's a...
Yeah.
It smells barrel proof.
Mm-hmm. Here, I'm gonna slide over. You slide over too.
Yeah.
Let's get cozy. There's a bright note. There's like an orange.
It's definitely citrusy. I got a little lemon is actually what I got.
Yeah, when I think lemon, I almost think like a lemon pledge that I'll get in some rye.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a strong lemon or like a weak lemon.
Yeah.
That pledge lemon is like that hit you in your face kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm getting here.
I'm getting like an orange with maybe like a hint of a red fruit. It's bright.
It's definitely bright. It's not deep and dark.
Mm-hmm. That's good. I like that a lot. There's a little bit of a nuttiness to it. A little bit.
Just a hint. It almost, we've talked about this today, but kind of almost tropical, but not quite. Like,
yeah.
It's got like that, we call it like maybe a little bit of fruit cocktail cherry in there. Mm-hmm. It's got some, this is very pleasant. It's not harsh on any point. It's not harsh on the front, on the mid. The finish isn't super long. It's probably a medium finish.
Yeah. And I would lean to say that maybe that nuttiness could also be construed as a graininess. Earlier you set up a blind where Knob Creek 12 is in there, and I said this tastes younger than the other ones, like grainy, and then it turned out to be not youth, but like Jim Beam nuttiness.
Yeah.
I think this might be, it's in the same vein where, but I don't know. To me, there's like a graininess to it that I might be misconstruing it as.
Yeah, this doesn't taste young. The drying on your palate tells you that it's older. There's a lot of drying, especially on the finish. It's a very good whiskey. I would not be unhappy about having this at all. Just as a regular pour someone's house.
Yeah,
that's good.
I do get the orange too on the palate, but I do see that tropical thing too. All right, on to B.
On to B. That's a different feel right there.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we talked about this earlier today. The breadiness is almost what I get out of that nose. We'll see if that translates to the palate, but look how thick it is. That's just, the viscosity on it is very nice.
I lean strawberry over cherry, but there's for sure the red fruit.
That's more of my alley. First one's good. It's very good. This one is very, it's deeper. It's a little bit darker. I can see the strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
The viscous is, the mouthfeel really is what kind of gets me on this one.
There's a darker quality. It's not as bright.
Mm-mm.
There's a nice cinnamon kind of barrel spice
Mm-hmm.
on the finish. I set the blind up so I know what we're drinking. I did not know if it'd be so evident to me what we're drinking, but it is like very clearly. I know what they both are based off of having these before.
If I had to guess, I would go Four Roses. I wouldn't. I don't know. There's something about that Rickhouse funk in both of them that I get. I would guess Four Roses, but that's just my thought.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I know my preference. Do you know yours?
Mm-hmm.
I prefer B over A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same here. Absolutely.
Okay, so A, we're drinking Bardstown Bourbon Company, high wheat.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Okay.
39% wheat.
Okay.
Um,
That's the tan label or like the cream colored label or something. Okay.
yeah, I should probably grab it and just throw it on the screen here in a sec, or I'll
Very.
put it in the B-roll.
We'll do the B-roll. Yeah.
So then, any guesses of what B might be?
I would think like Bardstown, maybe the black label.
No.
Okay.
So B, and our favorite, we are drinking OWA.
So Weeders. Okay, that's the theme there. Okay, that makes sense.
They're both wheated bourbons. They're both around the same price.
Right. If you can find them.
And
Yeah.
they're both like the same proof. This the Bardstown is 106. This is 107.
Okay, so they're very close.
Super comparable.
Okay.
And I just want to see if they're like this Bardstown would be a good substitute for OWA. And to me, it's not.
I've seen a lot of videos where people say, hey, if you're looking for a replacement for OWA, you need to find this Bardstown Wheated.
Mm-hmm.
And this Bardstown's Wheated is good. I did get, what's interesting is I got a lot of lemon, and a lot of the reviews that I've seen on it is a lot of lemon. I had no idea that we didn't know we were drinking at all.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
it's very lemon interesting. It's very good. But that OWA is just such a classic. It's hard to, oh, interesting. Let me get one more drink of the OWA.
Yeah, that's my standard go-to. When people ask me like, hey, what's your go-to? It's really hard. It's always between ECBP or it's between like OWA is like an everyday go-to. Although I don't really have an everyday at this point with the amount of bottles I have.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have so many good things, an everyday drinker could be a Russell's 13 or something crazy. You know what I mean? When you have something that's insane, or like a crazy collection, yeah, this is.
Yeah, so for me, I just go by mood, and I don't really have like an everyday anymore. But if I had to choose one, it'd be OWA or Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Right.
So I don't think Bardstown High Wheat is.
It's not as good as everybody has been saying. It's still very good, especially for the price, you know?
I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. I think that nuttiness, graininess thing is attributed to youth.
It absolutely is.
I think it's like, what, is it 6 years?
It's
7
6,
years?
I believe, yeah.
6,
as far as I can tell.
Yeah, so that was a fun one. I've been wanting to do this for a very, very, very long time. And then RJ and I are here just batch recording a ton of content. And then I recorded one, my old Forester, while he was off camera. So we're just cranking through videos right now. I was gonna do this one by myself, but I was like, well, while you're here, you set up a couple blinds for me, and we're gonna do a blind in a second. Might as well throw this and get a second opinion, especially somebody who doesn't know what we're drinking, because immediately it was apparent what we were drinking. But
have you tried the mix?
Not yet.
It's not as good as the OWA.
I
There's my thought.
would guess on that,
Yeah.
but
You're diluting greatness.
Bardstown Bourbon Company, high wheat. It is a great pour. It's a good value. I don't really have anything negative maybe about other than like the graininess or, but like there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think that it kicks OWA out
Not even close.
as the king of
No.
kind of standard wheaters.
No. It wasn't even close in our blind. You're trying to go toe for toe against an all-time great boxer. You're not going to do that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so that's where we are leaving this. And we're going to film another one. And I don't know how we're going to do that. But we're going to film another one.
I'll drink to that.
As always, the bourbon experience is all about good pours and great times with whoever you're with. Whiskey meant to be enjoyed, so crack those bottles. Cheers. I honestly really, really like that blend. I like it a lot. That blend is great.
I don't think it's as good as the regular OWA. Okay, the longer it sits in the glass.
Probably not. On the
Maybe I
finish,
need to do it.
on the finish, there is a medicinal red fruit, like strawberry, cherry.
That
comes out.
Cherry, but I get the strawberry.
On the finish, there's like a cough syrup type thing that comes out. But
Maybe that needs to. You know how poor man's Weller or poor man's Pappy or whatever needs to sit for a month or whatever before it's really good. I wonder if that needs to sit. I'm gonna do that.
that could be a fun half blend that sits for a while.
I'm gonna
throw
do
it
that
in
at
a
home.
375.
Yeah, and just let it sit and just see what it tastes like in a month. You know what I mean? We'll come back in a month and try that.
I like that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as good as OWA in the blend, in my opinion, but